Told you guys this is going to be a train wreck. Zuni brother, thank you. Yeah. Welcome to Modern Comic Mondaze. Monday is leaving us in a daze, and I forgot to turn on the power source for the mic. Yeah, it's going that way. So buckle up, stay tuned. It's going to be a train wreck. But we have found the lists we made for 2021, the hunt list and the channel's goal list, right? How did we do? How did we stack up? Did we hold ourselves accountable? Were we disciplined and did we achieve these goals? How many of these were realistic? So those of you guys sitting in the live chat right now, go ahead and drop some comments in there. And you guys still can't hear me? Is that true? There it is. There's a bit of a delay. That's right. I forgot to turn on the power source for the mic. Monday is gonna Monday real hard, and it's getting a double whammy today, or we're getting a double whammy of Monday today. And yeah, single-digit temperatures here in Michigan, outside all day long. We got some windburn going on, but seriously, I found the lists, and I have been so busy, I forgot where I put them. Then I finally found them. But holy moly. Let's go ahead and say hi to everybody stepping in tonight and hanging out. We got Paul Dunn saying, hey-o, what is going on, man? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hey, Mom. Good to see you, too. Thanks for being here. What up, Comic Buds and Beards? We are Legion. What is up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Zuni, thank you for that catch. Sometimes when I go to clean, I turn everything off, and then I forget to do a sound check because I'm running late. But yeah, that power source is running. There we are. Yes, absolutely. Hey, I thought it was me. Couldn't hear you. No, it's 95% of the time. It's always me. Cowabunga, Bearded Avengers Assemble. What is up? This one's going to be a little bit different, guys. We're just going to hang out and talk about comic collecting goals for 2021 and the channel goals here for 2021 and kind of talk with you guys and see how you guys did as far as managing your collection, achieving the goals of the books, the hunt list, and everything that you guys wanted to pick up and see what was going on there. Josh G, what is up? Come on, mamas in the chat as well. Thank you, everybody. Zuni also here. There he is. What is up, Josh? Come on, Mama April. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Yeah, like I said, this one's going to be a bit of a train wreck, a little bit different, as you've seen already. No audio in the very beginning. But yeah, we're going to hop right into this because I didn't hold myself anywhere near as accountable as I should have for goals in 2021. But I was just looking at the hunt list, actually, and don't have anything queued up. We're going to go right off the list here. But I'm actually kind of surprised. This is actually looking pretty good on the hunt list. I'm curious on how you guys did. Did you make a hunt list this for 2021? And if you did make a hunt list, how much of it were you able to complete? How many of those goals you were able to achieve? And if you're watching this on the rewind, leave a comment down below. How many were you? 8 out of 10? Were you 6 out of 10? Were you 10 out of 10? Were you perfect score? Let us know. How did it go? But the first goal our first hunt book that I was after for 2021 was to find out what the birthday book was. The birthday book ended up being an X-Men, and I found a pedigree. I think it was. I wish I would have pulled the books, but it was later X-Men book. It ended up being a pedigree as well, and picked it up for like $30 in a 9.6. That was pretty awesome. So there's one, right? The next one was a bit of a doozy. At number 9, we had Walking Dead #1 CGC 9.8. Why did I put that one on the list? Because after a stellar 2020, I saw the book going into a bit of a decline. The book was actually getting to become more affordable again, and I thought we were trending to that $2K price point and hopefully going below. Something happened. It didn't. It took back off again, and still kind of waiting for that book to level out, maybe come down. Hopefully it does. But a Walking Dead #1 9.8 has been on our goals list for quite a while because of this fact that we had one already quite a long while ago. We actually let go of it in 2012 to pay for part of our wedding. No regrets there, but definitely looking to add that book back to the hunt list again for 2022 in hopes of being able to kind of climb that ladder and work our way to that book. I felt like we had maybe one opportunity or two when the convention scene opened back up. But the trick of it was the right book for the right price just didn't show up. We were finding some other books and found some 9.6s. It still seems like a lot of people are holding a really tight grip on those 9.8s. I mean, you can find them on eBay and other places, but it's kind of a book I kind of want to have the experience of picking up at a convention, right? Kind of that convention experience. Richie over on the Twitch side of things, what is up? Thanks for hanging out. We are streaming over on Twitch as well as here on YouTube. We like to multi-stream to different platforms just to see what's up in the other necks of the wood and social media, so to speak. Nick's Kicks and Comics. Ayo, what is up, everybody? Nick, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Average Will, good evening, Andy and chat. Thanks for being here, man. I am here to Scandinavian. We will definitely be scanning something in. Holy moly. Of course, I'd say Josh is saying 6 out of 10. That's pretty dope. Had to switch LCSs after getting snubbed early in 2021. The Walmart packs, I killed those, man, and I mean killed them. Yeah, those Walmart packs were a ton of fun. If they keep dropping some fire in those Walmart packs, those might continue to be a thing into 2022. You know, we'll see what happens. Last round that I did, we're okay. There's some pretty sweet, but I didn't find any 1 in 1000s or anything like that. Stray Dogs. There it is. A ton of great people in this chat here tonight. Thank you, Nick. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. We're going to just kind of do the usual. This is going to be unscripted, unformatted. We're just talking about the 2021 hunt list and the 2021 goals, and we're talking about that hunt list right now. Stray Dogs made 2021 all the better. Josh, I agree with you. That was a great title. Luke's Comics is in the chat. Station Comic Book people, what is up, man? People continue to roll in. What do you call a cheese that's not yours? Oh, no. Mom. Nacho cheese. Oh, Paul, good to see you again. Stoutman's in the chat. What is up, man? Sorry, it's been a minute, comic fan. Life is going to wholeheartedly, 100%. I sit here tonight knowing that I wanted to be a part of the community and draw some really good energy. A really bad case of tendonitis in my knee today. It's just killing me, absolutely killing me. But I still want to sit here and hang out. Then we'll go put the knee up later, get some ice on it, sit back, kind of relax. But yeah, good to see you, Stout Man. Life happens as it always does. I have words for you, Paul Dunn says. Uh-oh. Nick, yes. Paul, missed you, bud. I love when the earth rotates. It really makes my day. Yes, it does. So those are the first two. Number 10 was the birthday book. Number 9 was a Walking Dead 1, 9.8. The Walking Dead 1, 9.8, we didn't make that goal. We didn't make that goal for 2021. That is going to be transferred onto 2022 because we don't want to give up on that. As a collector, I don't want to give up on that. But in the same fashion, it's one of those books where it's not like something like economical. Like it's a blue chip modern. It's a book that hopefully we'll get back to that affordable price point that we felt we were going to be able to achieve. And instead of going to like double that, Number 8 were Golden Age Marine Corps books. I got really lucky there. Golden Age Marine Corps books are a lot harder to find than you think for an affordable price. Remember, we're trying to build a collection or continue to build a collection for an affordable rate and prioritize goals accordingly. So Golden Age Marine Corps books, because the convention scene was closed down as much as it was in 2021, there weren't a whole lot of opportunities to dig in Golden Age stuff. So the Golden Age Marine Corps books, we got lucky. The Great Legend Show sent us a couple of reader copies, and I really, really appreciate the fact that we were able to scratch that off the hunt list. Number 8, Golden Age Marine Corps books. So we did get 1 or 2. The Great Legend sent us a nice little thank you, A-OK there. So thank you very much, Legend. Greatly appreciate you and that gift. And that was early in the year. I was super happy to see that, and still kind of trying to find some other ones out of the collection for. I got to educate myself more on Golden Age books, and that Marine Corps Golden Age section is kind of where I'm going to dip my toes into there. So for those of you that know anybody that's looking to move some Golden Age Marine Corps books, hit me up, let me know, because that is going to also be on the 2022 hunt list, because that's just kind of going to start where I'm going to start branching out collection-wise. Number 7 was our first graded pre-code horror book. That didn't happen. Like I said, convention scene, things kind of locked up, not a lot going on. And literally you can find pre-code horror books graded online in a number of different places. But you're gonna pay some lofty prices. We wanted to work to trade and or flip our way to a pre-coded horror book. That didn't happen. I think that one is a maybe for 2022. I think there's so much going on that one becomes a maybe. We got more people showing up. DJ Links is in the house. Taylor Winder is in the house as well. What is up, guys? Your hashtag Link Squad. If you guys don't know DJ Links and the Link Squad, you guys need to hit them up. Somebody drop that link here in the live chat so you guys can hop on over, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Who else we got hanging out tonight? Showing up. Taylor, what's up, nerds? Taylor, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Paul says, what's a goal? Holy moly. Yep. So that's it. That's the first 4 really quick. And we're going to continue to move right along. And number 6 was something I was really excited to put on the list and achieve was The Last of Us #1 in a CGC 9.8. So for those of you that don't know, The Last of Us got picked up, being filmed by HBO. If they haven't finished filming, they're probably getting close to it. I think actually the last update that I remember seeing was they're taking a break from filming. And they actually, the actors kind of went home and are on a break. The Last of Us, if you have not played the video game, is probably, I don't know, it's up there. It's up there in the top 5 video game experiences of my lifetime forever. And the first game and the second game. Second game can kind of divide people and divide communities, but I really feel like that second game was phenomenal. And when I discovered that there was a small Dark Horse miniseries about The Last of Us, and there was a couple of variants, not many variants. So you're talking low print run, you're talking Dark Horse from back when The Last of Us first came out. It's a book that's not being searched very often until just recently. Some more people had become aware. So early in 2021, we made a very strong, swift move to acquire CGC 9.8 when we did for a few hundred, right? A few $100s. We kind of chip away at it, get it, paid it. And I'm like, man, I hope I didn't overpay. Good Lord, did we not overpay? Asking prices for that book are over $1,000 in a 9.8 now. I don't think they're selling. I don't know that a copy has sold for that much. The book doesn't have a lot on the census and the print runs aren't high, so don't expect that book to be trending or selling a lot and growing a lot of sales data. That book is gonna, I'm not gonna say it's gonna go ghost status. It's not gonna go ghost status. You're gonna see it. It's a book that people are gonna want to move. There's just not enough out there for there to be massive amounts of sales data building up. And I should have added some of the variants to the goals lists too, because we want to kind of complete that collection. We're working to complete that Last of Us collection before the show drops on HBO and brings awareness to the larger portion. Why is that so important on the hunt list here for ComicManAndy down here in the Comic Cave and Comic Dojo? Well, like we talked about, building a collection as economically as possible and getting those copies done before the show comes out. They are spending more per episode on The Last of Us. HBO is spending more per episode on The Last of Us in the first season than they did on the last season of Game of Thrones. And the Game of Thrones was a juggernaut show. Now, granted, we're all in different places with the writing and the way they finished that show, but what HBO was willing to put into the Game of Thrones last season is less than what they're willing to put into the first season of The Last of Us. Sleeping giant. Juggernaut. My opinion, just my opinion. Don't do anything based off of my opinion. I'm sharing my opinion with you guys on why I was so excited to land The Last of Us #1 CGC 9.8 last year in 2020, like January or February, super early of the year. Grab that book. That was probably the only chance that I was going to be able to get that 9.8 done graded copy without having to hunt and search for books, because just kind of now that awareness is out for those graded copies, those asking prices have gone up on eBay and other places. You don't even see that book moving on IG or any of the other communities. I see some copies here and there on eBay just because of how big the buyer base is on eBay and the awareness that eBay brings to the comics section or secondary market. But there are some more people rolling this chat before we move on to the next one. Stoutman still here. Zuni's still here. The Last of Us is a bit of a ghost. Now, yeah, that the cover A, I want to call it like a ghost, but I think it's trending just above that. A ghost is going to be a 9.8 graded copy of the variant. Now, there's a variant out there of #1 that was included on Apocalyptic or a Survivors. There's a specialty release of the game that came with this like survival kit, and it was this fabric kit with the book in there, and that variant wasn't bagged, wasn't boarded. It was just thrown in there. So a lot of them are like beat up, and a lot of them have a lot of spine ticks. So finding that in high grade is going to be tough. But yeah, I mean, I want to talk more about that. But to keep things rolling here, Josh G's right on. Video game movies are going to be a hit this year. I know a number of us in the community have been talking about and searching and hunting video game based comic books or comic books that then became video games for the last probably year and a half when things are kind of shifting and kind of changing from like the movie spec game to like TV show kind of spec game. What's the kind of that next avenue or next? So a lot of people kind of look towards video games. Think of God of War, Last of Us, Resident Evil. Now there's a movie reboot for Resident Evil, and I feel like Resident Evil books are underappreciated too. I digress. Yes, hot. Like Turok, you never know, man. You never know. Planet Arizona Comics, what's up? Hope everybody in the chat had a good Monday. I hope you guys had a good Monday too. Monday was definitely a tough one. X-Force 1. I feel like X-Force 1 has gone up in value to a bit of a degree. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know where that one's going to land either, but I need to put my ear back to the rail, so to speak, when it comes to mutants and X-Men and stuff like that in X-Force. Having a great Monday. Thank you, Planet. Yes, I hope you guys are as well. What that crazy... Yeah. Like, seriously, that is a crazy amount of money. And I've seen the set photos for The Last of Us for the few episodes of HBO, the set photos that they've released, and it looks really, really good. How does a post-apocalyptic drama cost so damn much? Because they have to recreate a lot of the scenery. And if you haven't played the video game, a lot of the monsters and other things in that, I don't want to spoil anything. It's a lot of makeup. It's going to be a lot of makeup. And my favorite part is I think they're going to be able to do a lot of this stuff with stunts and without CG costs. So I'm hoping that a lot of the cost is based on sceneries, locations, set building. They got to take certain parts of cities and actually do makeovers on them. And the set photos look really good. They look really good. Paul, home from work and all is good. What is up, Michael? Good. Mike, good to see you, man. Michael, thanks for being here. Paul Dunn actually just bought a Turok 1. Ninjak 1 Chromium and Youngblood second print. Hey, buy what you love and you'll love what you buy. And speaking of that, we're going to move on to number 5. Number 5, I wish I would have grabbed this. Number 5 was our first piece of original art. For those of you guys that have been on or watching the channel over the last year, did get to see that unboxing or that opening of the Kanto original art. The first and only double page spread out of issue 1, which is also used on the interior of the cover of the trade paperback. So new fans of Kanto or new introductees, if you will, new readers, essentially what I'm looking for, new readers to the Kantoverse or Kanto universe. That's the first image they get captured into when they open that trade, is that double page spread of Kanto looking out over the world as he begins his journey. And we were able to make that happen from Drew Zucker. Thank you again so much. That Kanto number 1 double page spread, that original art framed setting up over there. Not where I want it, because we'll talk about channel goals here in a little bit. Then moving right along, number 4, I place this pretty high on the list, Saga Deluxe hardcovers. And we completed that one. Thankful to have those on a good deal. In stock trades actually had those at a really good deal. Come to find out, it's literally buy 2 get 1 free. Paul Dunn, I think somebody was sharing a link out on social media on Instagram where you can get all 3 Saga hardcovers, the deluxe hardcovers, for $99. Phenomenal deal. That's like buy 2 get 1 free. Take that up if somebody shares that link or drop that in there if you're looking for Saga stuff. That was phenomenal. Next on the list at number 3 was an Amazing Spider-Man number 135 CGC 9.6. So second appearance of the Punisher, right? Ricky Markstad, thanks for being here, man. Do you still have those Dark Horse Star Wars Clone Wars? Yes, absolutely. That's not going anywhere. That's not going anywhere. Comic Corner, Paul Dunn. Yes, absolutely. Tonight is the last night. So, Paul, if you can drop that link here in the chat, if anybody is looking for a very affordable, brand new set of those Saga Deluxe hardcovers, $100. That's it for all 3 of them. Throw them on your bookshelf, have them ready to go. Then number 3 was the Amazing Spider-Man number 135 CGC 9.6. We did not complete that goal. Nope. Originally, when we added that to the 2021 hunt list, that book was kind of trending upwards. I really wanted a 9.8. 9.8s were like $800 to $1,000 a few years ago, and I'm like, I can save my way to that, right? I can build my way to that. Next thing I know, 9.8s are trending towards $2,000. The beginning of last year, I'm like, okay, let's look at a 9.6. I don't know where the 9.6 prices are at. I've given up on the ASM 135, and I'll tell you why. Because sometime last year there was an announcement dropped from some app or some website that sparked the 134 versus 135 cameo, second appearance, kind of cameo before second appearance, and really was trying to push 134 being the actual second appearance of the Punisher. And it brought more awareness to the book, whether it's early ASM or not early, whether it's ASM collectors trying to fill that chunk of the run or whatever. 9.8s were four grand, $4,500, and I just kind of gave up on that. I don't even think I'm going to bother adding an ASM 135 to the 2021 hunt list. Amazing Spider-Man books just continue to climb and climb and climb and climb. I shouldn't drop it really. I should just kind of put it on there and take another look, take another evaluation. It's a second appearance of Frank Castle, and it's not something I want to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars for just a high grade second appearance. So maybe I should just go ahead and get like an 8 or an 8.5. Maybe if I get an 8.5 to match that 129 back there, that might be acceptable. I might be able to find an affordable 8.5. But I was kind of so just flustered with the whole ASM 134, ASM 135 situation. I actually chose to sell my raw copy of the ASM 135. Just put it up on One Out for $1 and let it go. Just every time I looked at that cover, that cover became something of stress and anxiety and just annoyance for me. That one cover, and it's like I got to stew on that one for a little bit and let that one sit aside. They have the omnibuses also. There's the link for the Comic Corner store, the Saga hardcover collection. So for $100, you get all three. That's basically buy two get one free. I think retail they're $49.99, if not more. Paul could remember. He might have them in front of him. I wish they'd make Peter Jackson Halo movie. Yeah, that would be pretty epic. Tonight is the last night for that Saga set. So FOC is tonight. FOC is tonight. Ooh, FOC is tonight for the Omnibus? Saga Omnibus? Wait, what am I missing there? Either way. So moving right along, number 3 was that ASM 135. We kind of scratched that off the list. It kind of just broke my heart. It honestly, as a comic book collector, it broke my heart. It really kind of broke my heart. So I let that be. I let go of my raw copy and kind of moved away. I'm not a Spider-Man collector. The Spider-Man books that you guys see me buying or picking up or holding on to are attached to the Punisher. Like that 165, I think that is right over here over my shoulder. The first appearance of Jigsaw. Yeah, I mean, that's a really cool book for any Punisher collector. But I'm just starting to move away from collecting Spider-Man stuff, minus the newer Miles books. I don't know really where to talk more about that, to be honest with you. I mean, just gonna keep going. Darth Vader 3, the 1 in 25 LaRocca. That was up there. That was almost number 1 on the list. And we almost didn't make it. We had to make a really strong push at the tail end of the year. And it kind of got to the point where come holiday season, right before the holiday season, we're like, I was almost ready to just kind of let go and move on and get into the holidays and get into the new year when got that itch to go to Baltimore. Friday afternoon, as Baltimore was starting, I started to see everybody's photos and pictures everywhere online and just kind of ran with it and went to Baltimore. Didn't know there was going to be copies there. Some other conventions I've been to, you just find 9.6s, you find 9.4s, you don't find a 9.8. Stumbled on this 9.8 for a dealer. We kind of went back and forth for about 20, 25 minutes or so, and called the CEO of the Comic Dojo, got her involved and be like, are we going to do this? Are we going to make this move? My big concern was we all know what happens in the fall time, just, after Thanksgiving, between the Thanksgiving and basically the end of the year. Renewed interest in Star Wars, Disney Investors Day. Who knows what's going to happen there? And I just kind of wanted to make sure that we got a lock on that book and picked it up. Because, I mean, first appearance of Dr. Aphra, and it's a 1 in 25 LaRocca variant, and those books are notorious for having color rub and having lots of issues, and getting high-grade copies of those books are... Anybody collecting first appearance of Dr. Aphra right now knows that a bunch of the books that you find in raw are going to be 9.4s and 9.6s. If you want 9/8, buy a guaranteed 9/8. Save your money. I digress. That's a whole nother thing. But we got a lock on that book. We moved on it, closed on it at Baltimore because we didn't want to miss out on an opportunity to get in that book before it goes up. Think that variant for the first appearance is Ahsoka Tano. Now, Ahsoka Tano is a much bigger character than Dr. Aphra for now. I mean, things could change, but think of what happened with that book. Think about what happened with that variant and where that one's gone nuclear. Think of the Dejurvec Miles Morales variant. I mean, apples and oranges, but characters and whatnot. But look at the way things kind of move when interest happens or hits. Things start to become unobtainium in that high variant game, right? And I didn't want that book to become unobtainium. I want one for the personal collection to sit on. And if for some reason we can get more and hold on to them, we would, but I highly doubt that's going to be happening. So before we get into the number one, let's hit up the chat again real quick. I know where I can get a copy of that Darth Vader 3 variant in 9/8 for $1,800. Okay, so maybe we will be buying a second one. Jimmy, I think we crap. Jimmy, I'm gonna hit you up, man. Crap. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Before I forget, I was talking with you last week on IG that my Darth Vader, got a 9.8 CBCS. I know you're not. Hey, I'll buy CBCS books if I find them for an affordable price, and I'll hold on to them. I've got at least one behind me. My Semper Fi number one is a CBCS 9.8. I just don't really submit books to CBCS. I still kind of prefer to use the CGC process. I'm only biased in the submission process, really, and I'm familiar with CGC. I'm woefully unfamiliar with CBCS, so I really should add that as a channel goal for 2022 is to do a CBCS submission. That'd be pretty good. Hang on to that 125. It's going to climb more. JLS, I'm with you 100%. When you look back at, we kind of compare without getting too much into like apples and oranges, but I mean, look at the Dejurvec variant for UF4. Look at that Clone Wars variant for Ahsoka Tano. When you get major characters like that and awareness gets brought to those titles, and then awareness gets brought to those high ratio variants, and then the ratio variants in high grade get attention. Let's just put it this way: I'm not spending $6,000 to $8,000 on this book several years from now. I'm not saying it's going to make it that way or get that way, but if it ever were to do it, I wouldn't get it. It'd be unobtainium at that point. So building a collection efficiently and affordably is what we're trying to do. And if you got to kind of climb that ladder and get through some of those rungs and work at it, I feel like we were pretty disciplined in 2021 as far as the hunt list goes, but we're approaching the 30-minute mark somehow already. So we're gonna catch up on this chat. We're gonna hit up number one. Then we're gonna get into the goals list where this goals list, you guys are gonna be laughing hysterically on how much of a train wreck that was. Jimmy, I'm gonna have to message you, man. Seriously. The slabs are super sweet. My only qualm with CBCS is the font. I can't do the font. I don't really like the font. So if I find books that I can't are too good to pass up, I'll grab them, but I don't submit to CBCS because of that font. Still got to try it though at some point. If they don't have her robots or her character bombs, the book could level. I want to debate this with you more, Solo Buddy, because I think you're talking like a super strong female lead. That's the next Indiana Jones, man, in the Star Wars universe that is woefully unexplored. I would be shocked if they do get a character on there and it doesn't do well. I'd be shocked. I mean, with Filoni and Favreau, you got a lot of really strong powerhouse qualities in that wheelhouse right now. I would be shocked, buddy. I really would be shocked. And you can't not have the murder droids. I mean, seriously. I mean, people are already talking about potentially spoilers 3, 2. If you don't want anything spoiled for Book of Boba Fett, turn away now or plug your ears. There are plenty of people right now that are kind of back chattering or back talking a little bit here and there about potentially seeing the droids in, or at least one of the droids in Book of Boba Fett drop. I mean, hence that last episode where they talk about needing a protocol droid. So without getting too much further into the episode or spoilers, what if that protocol droid is 000, right? What if? What if? I mean, now, that's crap. Holy moly. Love you. Bye. See you Wednesday. Mark, good to see you, man. Thanks for staying up super late for you. I appreciate you all the time, man. Dark Horse Star Wars and Clone Wars. Yes, Ricky, man. That is awesome that you got it signed by Ashley, too. Love the fact that you were able to get that signed. That is super dope. Mitch, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. We are just finishing off the 2021 Hunt list and about to go over the goals list of last year. And how disciplined were we? CBCS 20 minutes from my crib. Ooh, Nick, it's pretty dope, man. I didn't know you were that close. Lion cat statue. Yes, that was actually, we're going to go. That was a gift from Daymares. Super fantastic AOK from Daymares this past year in 2021. Excuse me. Can't thank you enough. Everyone's sleeping on, yeah, and Cad Baines, love it. Absolutely, dude. I kind of agree with that, and I wish I could just funnel more funding into my Star Wars collecting. Holy moly. Thanks for being here, Varnick. Good to see you new into the chat. Hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, man. Remy Q Studios, buddy. What is up? Thanks for being here. I like CBCS quite a bit. Definitely do a submission. Yeah, I need to. In fact, I was going to do that last year. I just never made it part of my goals, and I should. I'm betting she's the assassin with Boba Fett. I don't know. I'm going to chew on that one for a while. I definitely got to think about that. Nick, also, the turnaround time with them is much better. 2-day modern tier. From the time I mailed them, they came back just over 2 weeks. That's pretty phenomenal. Folks are sleeping on Darth Maul number 2 right now. Good point. Didn't even pick up on the protocol droid. I'm spitballing. I mean, it's a really big stretch. You might as well get a handful of I might as well get a handful of Laffy Taffy and just stretch that crap out, because that's a big stretch. But how freaking cool would that be? How much of a mic drop would that be if all of a sudden 000 shows up and it's like, I mean, you got Black K, then you got 000. I mean, how do you tease Dr. Aphra any harder than that right now this early? I still think we're more than a year from seeing Aphra on a screen somewhere. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. I'm looking for another dip in Darth Vader 3 in 2022 to pick up more copies after this bump. This bump happened and there wasn't even, it's just good stuff. It's giving me goosebumps. Got to run, catch the rewind. Jimmy, thanks, man. I will message you. I don't think I can pass up on that book at that price, man. I think I have to. Then you can get 9.9s like Skeff. Ooh, I don't know about 9.9s, man. Maybe they'll Mephisto her. Oh, don't do that, Paul. Don't do that, man. Tease and tease and tease and tease. Yeah. So the last book on the 2021 Hunt list, number 1. This is where I'm at. An Indiana Jones style after show on Disney Plus would be awesome. That's where I'm at. You're talking a woefully undiscovered Star Wars universe and a strong female lead with a couple of murder droids with ties to Darth Vader. You're talking she's a solo show on her own. Huh. See what I did there? Solo. She's worthy of a solo series on Disney Plus, in my opinion. Strong female lead, like Indiana Jones style. It's just got. It's good. My brain's broken. My brain is just freaking broken. Yeah, I agree, man. So number 1, Saga number 1, 2014 image for CGC 98. For those of you that have been watching the channel and have been hanging out or have become close friends in the convention circuit or just hanging on YouTube channels together, all of you guys are my close friends in the comic book community, know that the image first 9.8, the 2014, that's 12, that's 14, and that's 17. That 14 had an extremely low census number for a long time, and they're extremely difficult to get in 9.8s. They were dollar books, and they're part of the registry collection on CGC, but they're dollar books, didn't get taken care of. That was a book that somehow just the price got set really high out of the gate in the beginning years ago when a couple of people had 9.8s and they just went for a lot on eBay. So thankfully, I ran into a collector out on the West Coast that submitted a large chunk of those books, got mostly 9.6s, but got a couple of 9.8s, and I was able to get a 9.8 from that individual and complete that chunk of the collection. That was one of the harder to find Saga books that I was unaware for a long while, because I didn't realize they had 12, 14, and 17 years, 2012, 2014, 2017. I just kind of thought it was all the same book, but no, you got to look at the back cover, the back of the cover, or the back cover as different advertisements depending on the year. Steve White, what is up, man? Thanks for being here. I'm sure it would do better than the Ewok TV movies from the 80s. Good to see you, Steve. So that was number 1 on the Hunt list because I really, really wanted to complete that portion of the Saga collection and make sure that I don't miss out on that, because I was always kind of worried that if Saga did return, How much harder would it be, or how much more would you have to pay? Like we said, building a collection as efficiently and as affordably as possible. Sometimes you got to go out and spend big boy money on big boy books. Other times you try to chase that before they get to that and build that collection while they're cheap, right? So that's the 2021 hunt list. And for the people just showing up, number 10 was the birthday book. It was an X-Men book that I found in a pedigree for 9.6. It was not a key, nothing crazy. It just happened to be my birthday book. Number 9, The Walking Dead 1, 9.8. Nope, didn't make it. Pushing it off to 2022. We'll see if we can make that happen. Number 8, Golden Age Marine Corps books. Thankfully, thank you to the Great Legend for sending a couple of raw copies to add to the collection. I could say that I scratched that one off. Number 7, first graded pre-code horror book. Didn't happen. I'm going to have to take a look at that. Number 6, Last of Us number 1, 9.8. Success. Done early last year before the major price increases, the big price increases, the increases in asking price. I don't know what copies are selling for, but I do know the asking prices are high. Got to look at that sales data. Number 5, first piece of original art, that double page spread of Canto from Canto number 1. Thank you, Drew Zucker. That piece is gonna forever have a place in our home, and part of the channel goals organization and getting some of that stuff done. You'll see that. You guys will see that soon. Number 4, Saga Deluxe hardcovers, success there. 3, ASM 135 CGC 9.6. Push that off. Kind of got sour on that book. Number 2, Darth Vader 3, the La Roca, right there, success. And then the Saga, the 2014 Image First, success there. So moving right along. Somehow I spent 40 minutes on a 10. That was it. Somehow I spent 40 minutes talking about 10 books that we chased last year. I don't know why. I'm just rambling. Thank you guys for hanging out and rambling with us, man. I'm sure it would do better. Yes, agreed. Finally bought a Saga number 1 and read it for the first time, and now I get the hype. It's awesome, Steve. Dude, that's awesome. I'm interested to hear more about your journey, man. Like, post that stuff on IG when you get through some of those issues and through some of those trades and some of those books, and let us know where you're at and how you're feeling about that. I feel like a lot of us are rereading Saga and getting caught up before the issue comes out. Issue 55 is out in almost 2 weeks on the 26th. Counting down the days. Peter Parker's pants. Sorry I'm late. Just happy to be here. Good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Zuni with the PPP. Yeah, you know me. You down with the P? Something like that. You inspired me to buy and read Saga. Yes, Saga. That's that. Our family's tie to that read, that series, that issue was so great that, like, we're doing a full registry collection of everything. In fact, I'm searching for a 9.8 of number 3 that's going to be on the hunt list. Holy moly. Yeah. Sounds successful. We're working on that, and I'm hoping you guys have been successful as well in your 2021 goals. So comment down below, comment in the chat how you guys did. Were you 6 out of 10? Were you 8 out of 10? 10 for 10? Let us know. Andy is the reason I read the omnibus, Paul. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, that paper omnibus, right? The whole one. The whole one. Why would it be a half one? Either way. Very excited for the rerun or the return of Saga. Yes, I'm very excited as well. So on to the goals list. This is where it becomes a train wreck. I hope you guys are ready for this. I got 12 ideas on here for 2021 goals. And we're going to start from the bottom. And this is going to be a train wreck. Paul, this is going to be a train wreck, man. Number 12. New and fun show idea. I think I can check that one off as complete. Modern Comic Mondaze is something that, kind of getting back to, you guys remember Andy Given Thursdays on the Comic Core? I wanted to do something that episodic, regular, but I want to do something that was more in the wheelhouse of what I really enjoy, which would be modern comic books and chasing modern comic books like Grails and what could be the next Blue Chip Keys. Now, I think I can say, yes, I think we can check that one off. New and fun show idea. Created that, and want to get that one more regular tonight. Modern Comic Mondays tonight. The only reason why we're not doing something else on this is because it seems like really need to get my feet underneath me for 2022. And the best way to do that is to revisit or recap 2021 and then look at creating goals for 2022 and then moving forward and trying to be organized there. So I think we're good there. I think the one thing I want to do is I want to get back into that inviting guests on and having people on. Like, somehow I can sit down here and I can stare at the screen and have a conversation with you guys, and I feel comfortable. You guys make me feel comfortable here talking, and we're having a good time. But sometimes when you get 4 or 5 people on, it becomes difficult to read body language on where to interject. I want to get back into that, and I want to get comfortable with that again and get better at it, right? So hosting a show is something that like look at Simpleman's Comics. Brian does a great job hosting that show. Me, on the other hand, I got some good practice in. I want to get back. I want to get that back into my wheelhouse and get good at it again. So, for anybody out there that's interested in being a guest on Modern Comic Mondays, I know a couple of you guys have talked about it. We're just looking for that right topic or that right date to get schedules to line up. Or maybe we have to look at recording the content and editing it and posting it on Monday sometimes, depending on the guests. But we'll see, man. We will see. I just choose 5 goals every year for my comic collecting as to not get over ambitious. That's something that is huge. I get over ambitious and I create way too much. I probably need to look at editing it down. So next up, that was number 12, new and fun show idea. I think we can check that one off. Number 11, organize the comic collection. I think I got a handle on it for a portion of the summer. I wish I had a second camera that I could just grab and show you guys this pile of short boxes. I mean, like 5-foot pile, 5 foot high by about 4 feet wide, a pile of short boxes. That's not even on the shelf. The shelves are full, and there's a pyramid of short boxes over here, and there's a table in there somewhere too. I don't do well in unorganized settings, so sometimes it causes a lot of stress and anxiety for me when things are really unorganized. Or at least got to make it neat and tidy. If it's going to be a pile, I'm going to make it a uniform pile somewhere. But we were not successful on organizing the comic book collection for last year. I think that's a goal I think that is a goal that's unobtainium. I think having a completely organized collection is something that no collector ever really truly 100% gets there, because I think they ebb and flow between, yes, I like where everything's at right now, then a week later they pull boxes out and look for books, then next thing it's this never-ending cycle of putting everything back, wait, pulling a bunch of stuff out looking for something, then finding it, and then trying to get the energy to put everything back again. So that's why we're going to work to create a system down here that's allows for ease of getting boxes in and out and putting them in areas. So we are expanding shelving. I didn't want to. Had to borrow a corner down here from the CEO of the Comic Dojo and get some more shelving. That's happening as well for 2022, and it's kind of crazy. So I'll move on from there. But it's not on film. Don't worry. Have to like and subscribe to my channel to see. Yes, absolutely. Wait, what did I miss? I got to go back a little bit further. I like the 5 goals and not getting over ambitious. That's something I need to look into. Sounds great. ComicManAndy, we trust. Be looking forward to hanging out with you guys more for the year. I wanted a low number ASM today. Somebody nailed that goal for me. Completely unexpected. Ooh, very cool. I want to hear more about that on your channel. May have cried a little. Uh-oh, must have been fun. Fun. Either way. Have to like and subscribe to my channel to see. Paul, drop your channel link here. Drop your channel link here in the chat so that we can head over there. It's not on film. Don't worry. Oh, okay. So number 10, upgrade the microphone. It didn't happen. We didn't do it. This thing, I feel like the audio quality that I get from this setup currently, if it's turned on, unlike the beginning of this episode, it's pretty good. The audio quality in this is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with when I go back and watch things on the rewind and how the channel sounds. And I'm getting happier with the way the channel looks with lighting. I feel like the lighting, I find little tips and tricks here and there to get this dark, dark, dark basement lit well enough without creating a bunch of glare. And I feel like the mic does okay. For a cheap little $30 Amazon setup with a phantom power supply and all the little bells and whistles added on later, I feel like this does pretty well. So I'm going to leave that one alone. I do want to upgrade mics to some degree at some point, but there's other goals that need to happen before that happens. Such as the struggle, but that is fun. Yeah, that is definitely a struggle. J Hood Creative, what is up? If you guys don't know J Hood Creative, make sure you're subscribing to J Hood Creative. The pulling books and putting books away is the hobby. You are right. You are wholeheartedly right. Yeah, you are wholeheartedly right. Absolutely. One of my goals is the permanent location. Yes, so I've been able to I've been able to lock that down. I have a permanent location where I want to keep my collection. And just got to get better at putting stuff back to some degree, or if at least if I'm going to keep something out, I got to rotate it a bit. Minor goal for the year, Journey into Mystery 83. No biggie. No biggie at all. Crying is my favorite. Crying is good. Please drop the link, Paul. I'm just getting Paul Dunn, Mormon Deceiver. Uh-oh. He's searching for Paul Dunn, and he's not finding it. Let's see this Dunn Magic channel. Absolutely. Reprint. Ooh, there you go. Luke's Comics dropping that link in the chat. Make sure you hit that link. Hit subscribe over there and give him some support. Paul needs a mic first. There are many other ways to use your phone to stream to YouTube as well. And if you've got an iPhone, you've got a pretty decent mic. But check that out, man. You use a Yeti Nano, and I don't like the sound quality I get. I've heard Yeti mics. It's not just Yeti mics. The reason why I went with the mic that I did is I have an XLR mic, and I feel like an XLR mic, once properly powered and properly set up, it took a long time. It took a really long time to get this thing set and doing what I hope sounds like good audio still. It's not a USB mic. It's an XLR mic with a phantom power source or phantom power supply, whatever you want to call it. And then when you get into higher level XLR mics, then you have to have a cloud uplifter and all this other stuff. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't gotten there, because to get there, you got to have a computer, a good computer that's up to date. We'll get there in a minute. Yes, Paul has great knowledge and share that. Yeah, Paul's channel is going to explode on YouTube when he gets that ball rolling. Oh man, is that video public? It was a test. Oh no, here we go. All right, Andy, go and have some dinner. Hey, Planet Arizona Comics, thanks for being here. Catch the rewind if you can. Everybody have a great week. Absolutely, you too. It sounds good. It sounds natural. I'm not upset at this. Is a $30 Amazon mic. It's a $30 Amazon mic, but the power it's with a $100 power source. So that's where the money kind of comes into play. Is if you buy a cheap mic, you got to have a good power or good backbone to back that thing up. If you dip into just like a $100 USB mic, I feel like the USB side of things is where the audio quality kind of gets crunchy and grainy a little bit. I'm not an audiophile though. I'm not a pro. I'm still learning like everybody else. Waiting for my new laptop to get delivered, and then I'll be doing more content. That is awesome, man. I look forward to that. So moving right along, we didn't do the mic upgrade. You know what else we didn't do that was on the list at number 9 was a new chair. I don't know, man. This is like that comfy pair of shoes that you never want to get rid of, but it's like, it's time to get rid of this thing. It's time to get rid of it. The boss actually has told me several times to stop what I'm doing and buy a chair. I cannot find a new chair that I like. I cannot find one. And the sad thing is you can't walk into, there's just not a chair store that you can walk into and try 60 different chairs and find one you like. This thing's literally a chair I can climb right into and dang near fall asleep sitting at the computer. I got to get there though. Ergonomics is a huge thing. And when you spend time at a PC for a long period of time editing content or doing anything online or at a computer, ergonomics is huge. And if you don't take care of yourself and you don't pay attention to ergonomics, it's just gonna bad posture, all that stuff. I mean, you can research it. It's not good. What I'm doing is not good. I need a new chair. So next up on the list, upgrade camera. That didn't happen either. It didn't happen either. 7, update and upgrade channel intro. No, that didn't happen either. There's several bits of content that have rotated in and out, but the channel intro is something that I definitely woefully should do for new people finding the channel so they know what the channel is really about. And we're working to find the other audience members out there interested in what we do over here. But the funny thing is when they find the content, then they find the channel doesn't appear to have a whole lot of direction. We got to fix that. So next up on the list, number 6 was get the Saga Comic-Con India variant graded. We did. We were successful in getting that Comic-Con India variant graded, and it came back in 8.5 white pages. So that is awesome. That took a little bit of a hurdle to get through and get that one done, because letting that book go to a cleaner presser and then get graded, we were really worried it was going to come in a much lower grade, and it did really well at an 8.5. Census on that is extremely low, and that book is really hard to find in higher grade. I think like 8.5. When you're talking foreign variants like that, talking a lot of the international collectors and foreign variant guys, books that are in the 7s and 8s, that's high grade for foreign variants. That's high grade. So moving right along, number 5, storage area for hardcovers and omnibuses. Nope. Not done yet. Oh, man. That's a pain. I got a lot of great books that I want to read. They're just piled and piled and piled on top of each other that need to be put in a appropriate bookshelf so that I can get to them regularly. The saga books are accessible for obvious reasons, but next up, number 4, be better about selling books. I can give myself a little thumbs up on that one. Not just selling books, but moving books along. In this journey of comic book collecting, we all know that when you find 1 or 2 books that you want for a collection, sometimes those books are attached to a whole short box or a couple of short boxes or a long box. You find yourself buying a big chunk of books to get 1, 2, 3, or 4. Or if you buy 3 short boxes of books and you might only have 10 or 15 of those graded, there's a lot of copies of books for series that I'm not interested in reading or I'm never going to read. So donating books to donating books to the kids in the neighborhood is something that I want to do at the next big garage sale. Just put them out there, say free for kids. And I know that some hospitals in some areas would be extremely happy to receive comic books if situations improve or the COVID restrictions and whatnot. A lot of places aren't accepting donations for safety reasons, and that's fine. If that ever changes, that would be an avenue that I'm going to do. But I can give a big thumbs up to getting out there and living in the stretch and trying something different and letting go of books on whatnot. Dollar starts, 30 seconds, whatever. Let the people pay for them, whatever. Like, no, I'm not worried about market pricing and whatnot. It just volume gone. Sending books out. I need to be better about doing giveaways during live shows like this tonight. And I need to make sure that I'm grabbing a couple of books and putting something up and doing giveaways for the live chat. So that's going to be a goal for next year, is doing giveaways for every show, just so that, if there's a run of 3 or 4 books, that's a really good read, putting that up. If there's a key that I have plenty of, throwing a key up, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Sending books back out to the community is something I need to get better on. So, but for goal number 4, being better about selling books, I think we can check that one off as a complete. Then number 3, cut back the pull list. We did for a minute. We did well for a minute. And then we got distracted by Star Wars. So that one's kind of like half and half. We did for a minute, but for probably about 60, 70% of the year, kind of let go of that. Number 2, actually finish a hunt list. Success. We finished a hunt list. We actually finished a hunt list for 2021, which means we're definitely going to get motivated to do one for 2022. And then goal number 1 for the channel was to build a new computer. No, didn't get there. Whether it was the parts availability was a challenge for most of 2020 and most of 2021. And then, the financial side of building a computer is like when you have a little bit of money, but the parts aren't available, you divert that to a different comic book or a different, like, I need more short boxes or this or that or something like that. You kind of divert that hobby money back and forth. So when parts weren't available, I kind of reallocated some of that extra funds back into the comic book collection. Well, as parts became more available, then the funds weren't available at that time. So it's like, I need to get back into that mindset of buying a new part or a new piece, a component of the PC build once a month or something like that. Like, the power supplies have finally gotten more available more regularly or often. And now it's literally like I could pretty much build a whole new PC minus the graphics card that I'm looking for. Like a 2060 or a 2070 or something like that. Those things, like, not super high end, but anything that I get right now that's new on the market is going to be 10 years better than what I'm using now. Somehow I'm still making this work. Still overclocking the living daylights out of this thing. It's smoke pouring out of the PC case, keeping this thing running. So it is time to actually knuckle down and get that done. I have a budget. I have a parts list. The parts list is quickly becoming outdated every 6 months or so. But that's it. That's the 2021 goals list. And that's what a bit of a train wreck. I didn't hold myself accountable for the goals. Kind of got the better of me and got out of hand there and didn't keep it up as much as I should have. I think Steve White is right. Keeping that thing manageable at like 5. Set 5 really strong goals and work to achieve those. That might be really the ticket. Instead of setting 12 goals and then trying to get all of them done and then only do 12 goals half as well as you would have done 5 goals. So that's something to consider. Congratulations to all of you too. Steve and everybody else out there achieving their goals for the year. And hope you guys put together some content. Everybody out there, I challenge you all to put together a 3, 4, 5 minute video of the goals that you set for yourself and where you were at on achieving those goals, because that's gonna it's gonna energize you guys to do the same for 2022. That's where I'm at right now, working on setting that for 2022. Insert Drake meme. Build a better computer. Nah, build a better collection. That's kind of what it turned into, man. Henry Cavill in PC building. That was a great video. If you have not checked that out, search the Henry Cavill building his own PC. That was pretty fun. Andy, upgrade the Apple. Yeah. I mean, Skeff told me just to drop what I'm doing on the PC side of things and just move over to Apple. Part of me just does. I just have so much more fun on a PC desktop, but all my mobile devices are all Apple. That makes sense to me. That makes a lot of sense to me. But the PC side of things here, I'm still stuck in the PC software. I don't know. We'll see. Luke, we are going to encourage Paul Dunn to put out some content. Yes, Paul does need to put out content. J Hood, Mac Plus, the way to go. Is that a vodka on the rocks? Hold the rocks. It is a water on the rocks. We are hydrating. It is cold in Michigan, and it's easy to forget that when it's cold out, you still have to hydrate, and you can get dehydrated out in the cold. Mama, my content is out there. I'm everywhere and nowhere. Apple all the way, Peter says. Yeah, my mobile devices are all Apple. Mobile video editing, mobile video recording has been fun. It's been really a powerhouse, and I hope to get myself to a point where I'm as educated and as trained well enough that if I'm at a convention and I'm recording content, I can lickety split, edit that, and post that the day of or the evening of, instead of taking several months. I still have 20 gigs worth of 4K video for 20 gigs, 30 gigs from Baltimore, and probably double that from C2E2 that I'm still compiling and working to edit and make time and do that on the side on my own. I need to get proficient in editing mobily and on the PC fast enough. I still do some light editing on the PC, but with the mobile devices, the powerhouse is there in the mobile devices where I can get it done. Until I get a PC rebuilt, it's not going to happen here very well. Peter Parker's pants for sure. I use one every day at work. I went cheap with a Mac Mini, but the new chip makes it work. That's kind of what I've heard, that new chip. Mojo Quid is in the house. What is up? Thanks for being here. Put out, Paul. Taylor says put out, man. Apple is the way, Mark. You should have. I thought you went to bed, man. Thanks for staying up and hanging out. So that's the 2021 goals list and 2021 hunt list review. Now it's time to knuckle down and get lists done for 2022 and create content on that. Why? It's not content for the sake of content. It's content because it becomes I hold myself accountable. I have publicly voiced where I'm at with a list of goals and a hunt list. That means I need to shut up and walk the walk and not just talk the talk and hold myself accountable. And it's got to happen. It's got to happen. Otherwise, this is a very weird adventure without any direction, right? Adobe Premiere Pro CC is the way to go for editing software. I've got an actual new app downloader that I'm trying out on my iPad Pro, and Luma something. I have to look into it, but it came highly rated. But yeah, Adobe is like the standard. Adobe is like the bar. The bar set with Adobe. The trick is educating yourself so that you know what you're doing on that. Really, for me, getting to that point, I'm probably going to have to utilize a couple other apps to get to that knowledge level, and then probably dip into Adobe. But I'm cheap and dirty iMovie user. I still use iMovie for a lot of other stuff. I still do. It works for your needs. It works for my needs still as well. But I want to branch out and try some other things. But that's a tool that I'll still keep in the toolbox for editing purposes. Got to roll. Have a good night, everybody. J Hood, thanks for stopping by, man. If you guys have not subscribed to J Hood, you got to subscribe to J Hood. Check out the content that he does over there. Nice. I'll be with you, Taylor. I'll be there with you, Taylor. Absolutely. So I've been rambling an hour just about an old set of goals and a hunt list. Thank you, everybody, for watching, hanging out for Modern Comic Mondays. Like we talked about, Modern Comic Mondays will continue to be built into the episodic weekly show. Right now, it's bi-weekly because we're still doing Mail Call Monday. Next Mail Call Monday, we've got another CGC unboxing, and it's going to be a doozy. It is a doozy of a CGC unboxing next Monday. probably do that one live. I have a lot of fun doing those live and try to maybe clip some content from that. But you guys, once again, thank you for being here. Announcement wise, there is going to be, we're going to do another Whatnot sale this Friday. I like the 10, 15, 20 lots for 30 to 40 minutes. Get a chance to hang out with everybody and send some books out of the way, making room for more books. But Robert, it's another 2022 goals list we have to talk about. Robert, man, thank you for stopping by here. Actually, that's another announcement that I can make, that we're going to work to continue to make the connections and phone calls or emails so that we can donate the monetization of this channel for 2022 to a good cause. And we'll make more announcements on that later. In the meantime, check out the Till Valhalla Project and Mission 22 and support those. All the links are down below. Robert, thanks for stopping by. I actually got to message you. Running out of the stickers. The last of the stickers that we brought to C2E2. I'm on the last couple of those, so I got to check in with you on that. See about maybe ordering some more. But thank you, everybody, for being here and hanging out. It's been one heck of a Monday. It really has been one heck of a Monday. We got the double whammy, single-digit temperatures here in Michigan, outside all day long, running on fumes for the rest of the evening. I can't thank you all enough for being here, hanging out, and re-energizing me. Hopefully you guys got some good energy from this as well, and maybe some inspiration for your own channel goals or your own comic collecting goals. And then maybe we can hold each other accountable for the year, right? And work to be better collectors and be better people in the community and help support everybody else out there as well. So you guys know how I'm going to do this, right? This connective tissue that is comic books is fantastic, right? But the most fantastic thing are all of you, each and every day and every week, as you hang out and talk comic book collecting and talk the comic book community and help uplift each other and achieve the goals that you're after, right? So I'm going to go peace out. I'm going to go pinkies out. I'm going to catch you all on the flip side for the next one. But the most important part all day, every day, each and every week is stay original and take care of each other. See you guys on the next one.
Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.
Excuse me while I change. The roller boogie has made me sweaty. Yeah, sweaty. I love gold.
Switch to targeting computer.
I love gold.
Stay on target.
I love gold.
Stay on target.
I love gold.
I have a package for you.